pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. So we're good for attendance. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Is there any added agenda items? Doesn't sound like it, so.
No, Denise, I'm just wondering, I know that we're talking a little bit about the notification that went out for people who may be interested in the board position. And I just wondered if we could take a minute to discuss like timing and what will happen after we get the resumes.
Okay. So we would add that under old business, which it is already anyway. There's board
It's in there?
vacancies on there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I can go there. Yep.
Okay, no other possible added agenda items? And we'll move on to the minutes. We've all read the minutes. Motion will be in order to approve them.
So I'd make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion made by Betsy. Any corrections? Second. Seconded by Courtney. No corrections, additions, changes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions.
I'll just abstain because I wasn't here, but.
So Carrie's abstaining. Okay.
Is there a way to see if Gabby is on the meeting? Spirit.
There's a thing that's on the bottom that says 2 others.
And you don't, she's not, okay, thank you.
We will have to watch for her though. She may show up. Well, Tim, we're already to you. Can you believe it?
Oh, really?
Hey, just get public.
Oh, I'm sorry, public participation. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak? No. Glad to be out of the rain.
Door signs.
Okay, Tim. Sorry for the false alarm.
Yes. At Broadwick Elementary School, students continue to be actively engaged in learning through hands-on activities, community events, and exciting school-wide initiatives. Our FRC pre-K students and their families celebrate the annual Friendship Feast on November 24th. Everyone enjoyed delicious apple crisp and cornbread made by the cafeteria staff. Students and families engaged in a variety of fun classroom activities. It was a wonderful opportunity for families to come together, build community, and support early learning in a joyful setting. On Monday, December 1st, all students participated in a school-wide assembly to learn about an exciting new reading incentive in partnership with the Springfield Thunderbirds. This initiative will run alongside the new Broadwick Elementary School Annual Winter Learning Challenge. To kick off the event, Boomer from the Thunderbirds and his good friend Biscuit visited the school. This 6-week literacy initiative is designed to motivate and encourage elementary students to read regularly during the Thunderbirds regular season. It's a fun and engaging way to build strong reading habits, and Broadwick Elementary School students can earn a ticket to the Springfield Thunderbirds home at the Mass Mutual Center, a Thunderbirds bookmark, a Stick to Reading completion certificate. Students are looking forward to setting reading goals and participating in this fun winter learning opportunity. East Windsor Middle School has introduced weekly attendance incentives for the month of December, which we are calling POP attendance incentives, to help with student attendance. December 4th marked the 67th day of school, and East Windsor Middle School staff celebrated the 6-7 day. East Windsor Middle School also held its first dance, and the theme was Athletic Flow. For high school, on Monday, November 24th, we proudly inducted 6 new members into the National Honor Society. These students exemplify the core values of NHS and the portrait of graduate, demonstrating leadership, scholarship, service, and character in all they do. They also embody the portrait of the graduate competencies of being lifelong learners, self-aware individuals, and responsible citizens. They are truly pride-worthy scholars who consistently model what it means to be part of the Panther community. Their achievements, integrity, and Panther pride make them outstanding representatives of East Windsor High School. Please join us in congratulating Jonathan Corsetti, Cooper King, Lucas LaBelle, Riley Maxati, Nadia Mohammed, and Kayla Pearson.
Thank you, Ken. Next, we have the list of upcoming meetings and events. Seems to get longer every meeting. But it's a busy time of year with the holidays and stuff.
The curriculum, maybe Daryl, do you know if we decided, because I got an email asking about a couple, but you decided or not?
No, we're still waiting on, some available dates from the high school. Because I know they have, several events happening there as well. So it's about finding a night that works for everyone. And the high school is gonna be, the one presenting at that meeting.
Okay.
Any other questions or of the calendar of events that we have coming up? And we will move on to the middle school report. Excellent.
My two friends up here, this is Zoe and Aubrey. So before we start, just wanted some fresh news for the middle school. So over the weekend on Saturday, we had 30 students participating in regionals for music. And I just found out from Miss Stinson just before I left, 17 of our students made regionals. So she's gonna announce who they are on Friday, but just wanted, that's amazing, right? Because I don't think we've ever had that many students.
Excellent.
There we go. Maybe just go left. There we go. All right. So, I want to hit. Great. All right. So one thing we were going to talk about is we had the opportunity to send 4 students to the New England League Middle School Conference, right? At AIC in Springfield. And really, it's really one thing that we want to send students because I was trying to remember, like when I was a student, I didn't really have the opportunity to become a student leader, or go to a conference until college, right? And now we have opportunities to send students in middle school to conferences and become that student voice, the student leader that we really want. So it really goes under the porch of the graduate, the responsible citizen, civic contributors, and being really aware of other students. And then really goes with our goal number 2, continue to create a positive learning environment, because student voice is really important. We want students to share and be that voice. Zoe also DJ'd our 5th grade dance and 6th grade dance. So like just being those leaders that we know our students can. So I have Zoe and Aubrey up here to kind of share about the conference with you because they were able to attend. Ready? Yeah. Takeaways. Right?
So we got to experience parts of college. We got to learn leadership skills. We got to have challenges and create solutions with those. And then we added war into that as well.
Good.
We experienced what a campus looks like, and we walked around in different parts of the buildings, like the dining hall, where we got to eat and stuff. And hearing active call, like we got to hear other college students speak and stuff.
So one thing this year, our students went, I want to say 2 years ago, Miss O'Connor took a group of 4 students, and last year we weren't able to go, but this year we were able to go. And when we went 2 years ago, our students didn't have the opportunity to get lunch, right? They've got lunch, we brought bag lunches. So this year we were able to have them have the real college experience. One in college is food, right? So they were really able to get the college food experience, right? It's a lot different, the dining hall experience. So I think that was one of the positive things, right?
That's really good.
Yes, it is. I love college food.
So the leadership skills, we got to learn how we should act in a leadership role. We were able to connect with other students and each other. We got to practice public speaking, so we spoke in front of all the other groups and schools. We got to use communication with the other groups, learn responsibility with like time management, because that was a big thing there. And then resiliency. Just to persevere and
Yeah, not to give up, right? So they spoke to other middle school students, right, afterwards, right? Because there was 5 students that were on the group and one could not go, and they're also part of our student council. So they were able to bring back and like turnkey the experience for all the students all the 8th grade students.
And we went around and we spoke to other students at like different schools and stuff and we just like went around and answered questions right there, asked questions. And yeah, we worked together to find a solution. Like, for example, we were all brainstorming on what we could like add to the school to make it better and stuff like that. And we were eliminating things and stuff. So this is like what she doesn't have to. We individually wrote down some goals or ideas that we had for the school and community, and then we came together as our group. And we talked about things that were like we were able to do and then things that we were not able to do, and look at those things from different perspectives.
That's a hard part, right? Like, I think as adults, sometimes we always think about what's best for us, but as student leaders, we have to think about the whole group, what would be best for everybody, not just ourselves, right?
It's connected to more listening to speakers, work with peers from other schools, work on group expectations, representing our school, participating actively, completing leadership tasks. We shared ideas confidently and took responsibility for our learning behavior during sessions. And respect showed through collaborating and listening to new ideas, including everyone in activities as well. For awareness, we were able to know the strengths and weaknesses as leaders, recognizing our needs of the school and community, how our words and actions affect others, engaging in activities that teach self-awareness and awareness for other people around us. And then for responsibility, being positive role models, time management, staying on task, and representing our school and our community.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I have a good, so thank you, ladies. It was a great presentation. It sounds like you connected with a whole lot of other students from all over the place. So my question is, in the activity, and one of the questions is, what goals you want for the school? So what were you thinking in terms of even just for your school all by itself? What goals do you want to pursue? What do you want for your school?
Have a better environment for students. I know that sometimes it's hard for students to focus or to make the right choices. And I think that having a good environment and getting students to be engaged is definitely a big thing that I want for our school and our community.
So what do you think should happen to make that happen?
We could try and create different, like, I mean, not all the time incentives, but certain things to keep students engaged and keep learning and having them stay on track.
Good. Very good.
I have a question, might be for both of you. So after you went to this and then you came back and talked to the students the rest of the kids on the student council, because I'm assuming there's more than
Yes, there's a lot of students on the student council.
for every grade.
Yeah, everybody, and then we have
Oh,
so he's a vice president, and then we have a president.
so you come back and you talk with them and you kind of talk about what you did and come up with ideas, and then do you guys meet with you?
So they meet with,
How does it work?
yeah, so they have meetings with Miss Ney, who's the advisor. She's a 7th grade English teacher. So then Miss Ney Miss Ney and I do meet, but the students, like last year, I met with students probably a couple of times just to, if they had questions or suggestions, we've met. So yes, we will be meeting too.
Okay.
Yep.
So as a student council through the year, you'll keep gathering the thoughts and working on what you guys think in conjunction with your advisor and Mr. Fields.
Yeah.
And are you both eighth grade?
Yeah.
Would you look forward to continuing in student government in high school?
Most likely.
Thank you.
Is this only for like the eighth graders?
No, so this year we just sent eighth graders because the seventh graders are actually on a field trip. So the goal was to send a couple seventh graders, eighth graders, but they were on a field trip that day. So we didn't want to take the seventh graders off the field trip. Yeah.
So cool for like the younger ones and then be able to apply it again for the
Yeah.
following year before
Yeah.
you go.
The goal is for us to attend next year. So
Any other questions? Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you for being here. So we're going on to regular business that gets a little boring for the public, but you're welcome to stay for the entire evening. This guy is like, I'm out of here. No, thanks. So you can stay if you like, but you can leave at any time. We don't feel that it's rude if even 20 minutes from now you decide to go. So don't worry about it, whenever. But thank you very much for being here. Thanks, Daryl. So we're on to old business, new school construction. I guess I don't really have a whole lot of, updates. We talked a lot about it a couple weeks ago. The ad hoc committee, you all saw the flyer, that is, we talked about that at the last meeting as well, a flyer that's gonna be given out at the middle school concert, I guess. There's an update for the picture that I hope addresses what you want, but I'm not real happy with it. So I'd like to show it to you to see what you think. I got it on my phone today and I was in court most of the day, so I didn't have a chance to really do much of anything with it. But I can pass it around my phone so that y'all see it. It's, you tell me what you think. I'll just pass it around after rather than right now, and you can just give me your comments. Any questions about where we are? We kind of talked about it at every meeting.
Yeah, me too.
And we did, last meeting, we did quite a lot.
I'm looking forward to
Getting this
having
rolling.
the fly. Yeah, and getting people excited.
Yeah, yeah. I did see some Facebook comments on, that it's coming, we're rolling out some information, so that's good. People see that.
Should we be there for the middle school concert for the pre? Or is Patrick gonna do most of it? Should we be there to answer questions?
Patrick is out of town right now, so I didn't ask him, but I thought the same thing. Do you know what the plan is for that? Mike?
I think he was expecting to do the majority, but I certainly don't think it's,
It hurts that you have other
it
people.
hurts if you have people in attendance. That if there are questions, I think it might benefit you even hearing what those questions might be
Hmm.
to bring it back to the larger board.
Is that the rendering?
Yeah, so if you want, I
Can
put
you
it-
project it?
Yeah,
What's the date of the concert?
When it's at 6 o'clock, the concert starts at 6:30, is that what?
it's at the high school.
Oh, it's a high school.
So it's, say it again, so it's not on here, it's,
The 16th.
It is on the first page.
oh, first page.
Sorry.
Okay.
So we're starting at 6.
It starts at 6:30, so then we would be.
The question and answer is at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we had talked about having like a table or something, is that, and are we still thinking about that? Yeah,
Nothing,
Having a table.
we're doing that.
okay.
I apologize. I thought Patrick said that the question and answer would be at 6:30. The conference starts at 6:30, and I thought he would start it off with a 5 or 10 minute question and answer session. Because if people are coming, they're dropping their kids off.
I
The
didn't,
kids have to be there for 6.
see, I didn't understand that. I thought we were having a table in the front
Yeah.
and people would be getting pamphlets, you know.
I think he was trying to get the information when parents were dropping
in.
off their kids. I don't
Right.
think he's actually
A big
implementing it
Yep.
as a part of the concert. I
That's what I
didn't
understood.
take it that
We
way.
can get clarification, though.
Although I think that would be excellent.
I talked,
Just a 5-minute blurb at the front.
when I talked to Patrick about this, because
Uh-huh.
we talked about, he asked when our next concert is. So the goal was, a lot of the parents drop off right at 6, sometimes before. And so right after they drop off the kids, they go into the concert, and get their seats, because, you want a good seat to see your kid. And then around like probably 6:10, about you'd start talking and sharing information
Okay.
before the concert, and the concert starts at 6:30. That's what we shared.
So not so much a table setting, but more so in the
So
auditorium.
he'd be in the auditorium
Be
talking.
on
So, yeah.
stage.
I don't know if he's gonna be on the stage, but he'd be in front of the families and then they could ask questions. So he said about 10 minutes, and then question and answers would go on.
Thank you.
Okay.
That clarify?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of what I was thinking.
That's nice.
So it's just,
Did you have your hand up, Larry?
no.
I guess that's the beginning of our sort of,
Discussion.
yeah, well, getting the word out. So what, Carol just had up, the second, can you put it to see the rendering?
Yep.
To me, that's the rendering that they have. That's the opposite of the direction that the building's gonna be. It's gonna be with
Separate.
yeah,
So it's a fun.
yeah, where this looks like,
It's one building.
yeah,
Well, it doesn't look like,
Anything.
it doesn't look like what we were,
yeah.
no.
It's like it's reversed to
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
Because they did have two different kind of facades, like a white stone and a brick stone. But the glass part that's on the ends was in the middle.
I really think Fran had to keep the picture they originally had and just put that one statement up in the sky would have solved our problem.
They've added, you can't see. it.
WWO.
No, they've
Yeah.
added, but they've added the names of both schools on the top of
But that's,
it.
that looks like it's one thing. It doesn't look like it's two separate. It's not clear and definite. If we put,
like it's 2 stories.
It doesn't look like.
It doesn't look like it's 2 stories.
no.
But I'm drawing myself.
To add a statement on there, just in the
Right.
standard, there's lots of room
I don't
inside
think, yeah, I don't
to
know
put
what that-
two schools, one campus.
That's it.
How difficult is that?
It doesn't look like, I guess you can tiny see little windows.
No,
up
the
top.
other
Is that a
picture was
second
better than
story?
No, it does not look like.
That's not even what the building's.
It doesn't look like anything like what it
Well, that's what I thought, but then
I was looking at it on my phone in court, so it was kind of a little tricky, but I thought.
Is it too
that
late?
to
Is
me
it
was-
already like?
it can't.
I don't think,
But they're supposed to have this on this in 6 days to us to be able to,
well, I think they can do another picture. But I didn't want to react without talking to you
original
about it.
picture and just add
It
the word.
might look a little better if they flopped it. Like if they took that side, put it there and that.
Then-
But it's still,
But it still doesn't look like.
but it's, the
Just-
first picture looked okay, and just put 2 schools, 1 campus.
Yeah.
So the they is me. So
No, it's just-
I'm sorry, I'm not thinking you guys.
Yeah, sorry,
No, it's
Jess.
fine. I'm happy.
With
No, no,
CSG.
no, it's me. So just, I'll put whatever you want.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Wasn't Patrick gonna talk to Donovan about
Their suggestions on it.
So we thought that we had the suggestions, but we can certainly, in the program now, I can make whatever changes you'd like.
So I think number one.
The problem is they've sent me 2 pictures.
Oh,
One is of the middle school portion and one is of the high school portion. So there is no one picture. So basically, we're trying to jam as much of this in. That's why it gets cut off.
right.
Because in order to make it delineate between the buildings,
Does not look like.
it's not gonna look like that, but I have one picture of the middle school and one picture of the high school. But if they are flip-flopped, I didn't know that. I'm happy to switch them. So what,
And then could you add
Mhm.
like underneath the GWWO, two schools, one campus.
Mhm.
Would it be easier to just use the old picture? Which has the two, I mean, it has the rendering of what the building's gonna look like.
So the only picture that what is his name?
Jim.
Jim, thank you. Sent pictures, the only pictures he sent were the two different pictures. So I don't have,
Those were revised. Originally, you had a different the rendering before was on an angle.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, where it showed the,
the old, the
Right,
original
yeah.
one?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can just put that, I mean, I can put that in if you want.
then if it just says,
That's.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want the original
That looks like the back of Broadbridge.
picture,
And then original, two schools, one campus in the sky.
even though in the original picture, you're gonna be able to only pick the high school or the middle school. You don't care?
No, we had both of them.
they were both
picture.
in there.
It was on an angle.
It was on an angle.
And that was the question
I'm
was.
gonna have to go back to a different version, but so what's the language to?
Two schools,
one
one
campus.
campus.
Got it. Yep.
And they just wanted that on up above.
Yeah.
To give the community a clear understanding that it was two schools.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care whether we're advertising the,
GWWO.
I don't know.
They
I have to. They
Okay.
made that.
But they did the renderings. They need.
Okay.
Community things,
Oh.
thank you.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Two spots.
Hi, Gabby.
Just,
Hello, sorry, I hopped on a lot later than I was expecting.
That's all right. We're talking about the, can you see what we have on the screen?
I sure can.
So that's the draft, the latest draft of the trifold that would be given out on the 16th at the middle school concert.
Okay.
But there's, I don't think anybody's really happy with the picture that's there. And they're talking about going back to the old picture that we had last time and putting on the top two schools, one campus, like Fran had asked the last time.
I'm sharing it with Daryl now, so we can put it on the screen. It's not the font of the two schools, one campus is
That's
not
right.
what I want it to be, but
That's all right.
for the purposes of you just being able to see it.
just thank you for trying this. This is not an easy task.
No, it's fine.
As far as people saying, you know, it's
No, I just wanted
Those to put together.
to be right.
This.
Thank you. I think I have it, but I just want to,
Don't worry about the font and all that.
yeah, no, it's just,
Yeah.
okay, yes. So I put that back and then you'll see in a second.
Did you send it?
Yeah.
To my email?
Yeah, yes, coming
It's on the way. It's got to go through
to the line.
the air and into your computer.
It's raining.
Yeah.
Do you think we should have, East Windsor Middle High School? And then one campus underneath?
No, because then it sounds like all
Have
one
to be
school.
very purposeful
Mhm.
with the way that we're communicating it.
But we're
If
not
it sounds
saying,
like East Windsor Middle High School and people are gonna think it's all
Okay,
one
yeah.
school.
This
That's
is,
why we
this
say
is the biggest thing I hear from the
Yeah,
community
okay.
and from parents in this community.
They don't want
Is they
fifth graders
don't want
mixing
fifth
with the high
graders
school.
mixed with the high
but it does
school.
have
So
East, it has East Windsor in there.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mentoring and have opportunities, like it's an opportunity.
Beautiful.
Yes. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
That's good?
Perfect.
Yeah.
See,
Now it looks like.
problem with that one
Now
is
it looks
that
like a school. Yeah.
you couldn't see the middle school because of the angle.
So yes.
Problem last.
Now it looks like an experience.
And just take a sheet.
It'll be fine.
Does that have to be so prominent right in the middle? Yeah.
GWWO. Maybe,
I can't take it out.
but you
I
can
can
drink it.
I can probably move it to like a corner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then, because then you can have the words, the two schools, one,
Yeah.
campus, and then it'd be whatever.
Yeah, I can put it in a corner.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
How are you? I was working at Shop with the Cow.
From.
That picture is.
You haven't been good.
You've been talking to my husband.
Yes, I have. Matter of fact, I did tonight.
Okay, so yes, two schools, one campus will be bigger and less ugly. And then GWWO is gonna go in the left corner.
Good.
Anything else while
And-
we're here?
And the two schools, one campus bigger, did you say?
Yes, bigger and in a prettier version.
All right, just to throw a little more, better wrench in the works, but just a
Right.
thought.
I'm here.
If we have, because as one of the problems with this rendering was the fact you could hardly see the middle school.
Right.
If you put over the top of the high school, like high school, and then over the top of the middle school, would that be more? Delineate or no?
High school. I think it's a picture on a flyer. Yeah. People are gonna be like, where's this? Where's this? Yeah. I think when we get to like the point where we're showing like.
Okay.
And stuff like that, I think for sure.
So
This looks like school though. This is
Yeah.
exciting to me if I look at this.
yeah, just a suggestion. That they sent me, we could blow up to have at the concert.
That's a
That's
cool
true.
idea.
They'll be used again. It's not like it'll be.
Right.
based
Yeah.
on-
I could-
Yeah.
We should do that. We could put
Okay.
that at the table. And we can put it on full court.
Yeah.
You've got.
And
I can have prints made large, poster size.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do they actually, just when they're not on the flyer,
Mhm.
do they look like a two-story building? Because it did not resemble anything like a two-story.
Let me see if I can forward that email to Daryl.
It looked like,
It looks like both sides of the middle there,
Yeah.
and, without the left-hand side, the two-story pieces were left out.
The schools.
Yeah, the schools were left out.
at least you can point to the other end. Yeah, somewhat looking like this, but it's got all of that.
Oh, the link expired. Hang on, I'm gonna have to just attach it.
Okay, I'm there. What do you think? I do it on my phone.
So Jess, the rendering of the high school piece in this picture that you just added to the trifold. Can you cut it so that that's the high school and it shows that through that lobby area? And then use the one for the middle school, you know what I'm saying?
No.
The one for the middle school that originally GWWO had on there. We had two that were flip-flopped.
Yes.
This one was the middle school, this one was the high school. If we use that middle school picture and the high school picture that she just put on the trifold that shows the high school, but cut off the middle school.
Oh, and the trifold kind of part of it, so that it's, yeah, that's, yeah.
I like green.
I just don't know if that's middle school picture.
It's right there, and
It
this.
looked like a two-story building. It looked like a,
I just emailed,
It looks like the center.
Daryl, it's the one with the attachments, not the one that I like, oh, we do somebody else's email.
Which picture would you like me to open? Or I can go to both,
It
but
doesn't, I mean, whatever they want.
You came in at a good time, Gabby. And Sanda.
It's already meeting this.
There you go.
this is the high school.
Thanks, you don't believe it on the end. Oh, I like the GWWO down there. Better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm moving it.
If you're set with this, let me know and I'll transfer to the other picture.
So that's the whole thing right there.
That's the,
That's the high school side.
Isn't that the middle school?
First, the middle school one then.
So Jess,
yeah.
can you, not right now, but, can you alter that picture to take off on the right-hand side where the middle school shows?
Can I alter?
That picture, can you edit that picture?
No.
You
What
can't.
do you mean?
Could you, I'm wondering if,
Overlay?
could you overlay the middle school
Oh, yeah, overlay the middle school one.
on a portion of the right side?
Is that building down there, not the middle school?
They don't line up
It's
right.
not a clear
the
picture of it. Where if you use the old middle school picture, it shows that it's a very different building than this.
I like the other picture that we just had up there.
How much separation is between the two buildings?
The pamphlet, we don't need to. I do too. The other one, the original one was kind of an exciting photograph.
The one that she put back
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
it was an exciting photograph that made
I mean,
me,
I think what she does that was pamphlet thing is good. And then when we want to do the larger renderings, if you want to talk about that, and that shows more distinct in the detail in the two different schools, and I think that that's great. I mean, it looks like a new school building and it is part of one of the schools there.
So we go back to the one that was originally on the.
The one that she, yes, the one that she just had up.
that she just had up, the other one,
Yeah.
the one before,
That's the one.
Jess. And it kind of
I
showed
think
the
we just go
glass.
with that
Yeah.
one for now, for the little pamphlet that we hand out, and then like if she wants to make a poster with the both schools individually, like I think that's great. You're not gonna get a perfect picture on this small little.
I did.
Right, that's the problem is when you try to overlay them, they don't line up right. And then in order to have it
There.
to say, I'm gonna say the middle school or the high school and the middle school, you lose the name.
That's the one. I don't, yeah.
You gotta vote on it?
But this has the ones.
I like this one, and I'm gonna tell you, just from a perspective point of view, it's very inviting.
Yeah.
As an artist, see the way that curves in, you're
It
wanting
looks
to.
new and it looks exciting that it's new looking. You can tell it's.
I agree.
And then obviously we can show them pictures of what the two schools will look like. And if someone asks, we can certainly tell them like
Yeah.
that's really mostly the high school right there. There's so much you can fit.
Mhm.
I agree.
So we're back to where we,
Yep, but just with the,
Okay.
the GWWO, like she said, and then changing like the font and the size of that. And I think, yep, that's my vote. That's my.
So we're good with this picture. And then obviously, and Jess has talked about just dressing up the two schools, one campus
Yeah.
to make it a more appealing.
Yes, a little bit
Fun.
bolder,
Yeah.
bigger, and this, I think this looks more appealing. I really do.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, thanks for all your work on this. I apologize. if I-
No.
Like, well, today.
No, it's just that I think rather than it being a secret, what it's much easier if I just say, can I just do it now?
thank you.
Thank you for rolling.
Well, you're much easier to work with than anybody else. I
Yes.
listen to us. Great.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, if we were doing this with CSG, we'd be.
Lots to do. It's taking them how long to do other things, which is crazy. So,
Be good. February, we've.
all right, we got it.
So Randy, I know you had a question, but we'll take public participation, okay? So any other questions on, the whole construction, where we are, what we're gonna share with the public, all of that? Okay. Is there anybody in particular that is thinking of going to the middle school that night?
I'm going to be there. But my
I'll sit at the table. So I know you want to see the kids.
Yeah.
I don't mind sitting at a table.
I won't promise, but I will try to come.
What I would ask is if you could just email Jess, so that way, we know who's coming. We can set out an appropriate number of chairs, make sure there's space. And make sure that's all set up for you.
But at least three, probably. Courtney, no? You're working.
What day is that land on?
It's a Wednesday and Thursday.
And Tuesday.
I think it's a Tuesday.
I can do as long as I can get back into Westford.
Yeah.
Question, what event is this for?
The middle school's
The
a
17th.
correspondence.
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, okay, okay.
Abandoned course.
And it's at the high school. Okay. Well, so let us know if you're planning on coming. Okay. Noreen, did you say you?
Yeah, I'll be.
And Fran, we'll reserve seats for whoever's planning on attending, so you don't have to worry about getting.
Of you having to sit in the back.
You're so kind. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
It will take care of.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Jess.
Mhm.
We're on to the board goals. Everybody has a copy in your packet of the goals. And, I'm not exactly sure where we want to go with them. They are the previous board's goals. I don't think we really accomplished everything that we have in here. We don't have a full board now. I don't know if we want to continue to work on this, maybe a little more focused on working on it. But when the new members come on, we look at it then and maybe revise.
Shall we table it till February?
If you want. Good.
That sets the timeline for the new board members. They, if when we get them to, for the,
I think that's a good idea. People.
but I make a motion to table the board goals discussion until February.
Second.
Motion was made by Fran, seconded by Courtney.
Carrie, but that's okay.
Oh, Carrie, sorry. I saw it in that corner. I mean, I heard it in that corner. I didn't see. Any other? If I can't see people, I'm in bigger trouble than that. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You're opposed, Gabby?
No, she said aye.
No, sorry, I for in favor.
Just a delay.
Okay, cool.
Denise, could we just, in terms of just, it's gonna get busy, in terms of just even send some, maybe Jess could send something out about a date for us. Will we do this at a regular meeting? Would we do this outside of our regular meeting?
I think we could do it as probably part of an agenda. Let's see
Okay.
what the agendas look like.
Okay,
If it's really packed because it's getting into budget
Yeah.
time,
okay.
then we can maybe have a special meeting, but we're gonna have a lot of meetings anyway.
Yep.
Okay, the next item is the Board of Ed vacancies. We all received a legal opinion that answered the one question that I think everybody had, which was there was some question about what parties could be asked to be a member of the board. It had to do with when we're to change parties. You're named in there, so I can say it with Gary.
And they were very aware when I ran this. They wouldn't respond to me to run, so it wasn't like, that wasn't discussed.
Yeah. It really, that part of it doesn't matter. What the legal opinion really says is that after a board member changes parties while they're in office from the party that they ran under, they have 3 months that they have to continue as the party that they ran under, and then they are considered a part of the new party. So what the problem was that makes 6 Democrats and 1 Republican. The other 2 seats need to be either Republican or unaffiliated or some other party. Libertarian, Green Party, doesn't matter, but they can't be a Democrat. And our town clerk was thinking that it could be a Democrat. Secretary of State was hesitant to give a legal opinion, so we got a legal opinion from the town attorney as an election law kind of question. So that answers it for going forward, not just for the Board of Ed, but for any board. So with that said, we can now, the flyer, which you also have, has been updated and started being distributed with a deadline to submit of January 15. And I think we said that we would try to do it at our second meeting.
Interview people?
Well, we didn't really come up with a full, process.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how many people we have. If we have 2 people, I don't see a problem with doing it at a meeting. If it's 7 people, then we'd have to have a special meeting. We talked about questions that I volunteered to Patrick that I have questions that I had gotten from Cabe, a whole, like 2 pages of questions. I think we had used maybe 3 of them, 4 of them for candidates in the past, but it probably would be up to all of us if I distribute that. Well, I'm going to give it to Patrick. And then if everybody gets that and you say, this is an important question, we can come up with what we're going to put in for questions. So this will probably go back on the next agenda with the list of questions of what it is that we want to ask candidates. I don't see a problem. We can have candidates have questions in executive session, but we can also have them in open session. And I personally think it's not a bad idea to have them in open session. They're going to be in public anyway, and they're not, personal. If they're questions, they should be able to feel comfortable sharing their answers with the whole group and whoever's online or in the audience. Does anybody have any thoughts about that? Having it in open session, executive session?
I think the open session is a good idea in terms of whether we do it at a special meeting or whether we haven't, we're doing it. I don't have any thoughts on when we do it. I think the important thing for people, and I don't know how many people have kind of responded to you, but the important thing for us to have the questions beforehand, so people have an idea of what the questions will be and kind of the process. That's all, you'll have 5 minutes to answer these questions, whenever we deliberate and what time we would get back to them in terms of, so people like to know, what's going to happen. And I would say that we need to develop that process.
And I think for transparency's sake, that people understand, people that are interested in, so what are these candidates all about? If you were running for the position, you'd be making some kind of statement saying, I want to run for the board because this sort of keeps it open, I think, in doing it that way. As far as our discussion about the candidates, that we can also do an executive session. I think for the sake of the candidates, it would be uncomfortable for them to all be talked about by 7 other people in open session. So
I think it's important that we really make it this like a welcoming thing, just because I think in this town specifically, it's gonna be hard to get volunteers. So whatever we do and whatever process we do, I just hope, although I think it's important that we ask questions, it's not too rigid
or
at the same
intimidating.
time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And maybe when we talk about what questions we decide, we can look with that in mind.
Yeah. I also think that, I think it's probably a good idea for us to come to consensus and more of an executive session so that we have a chance to kind of discuss and talk. We wouldn't want to do that, make anyone feel uncomfortable in terms of what would be. So I would be in favor of us doing it if we can in an open meeting, whether it's on our agenda or a special meeting open, and then discussion in an executive session to determine who we think or not.
Doreen, you had your,
We actually made a motion the last meeting that where is it? That as far as the timing of it goes, is that we would fill the vacancies or amend our schedule by February 27th. Because we had to set a timeline. We had to set some kind of timeline. And then I think I remember talking about Patrick was going to reach out to Cabe or a couple of other superintendents who had recently done it or had the same situation to just get some feedback from them of something, but I'm not positive about stuff. I could direct to.
Oh,
I know he talked about reaching out to them, but I don't remember if it was for questions and the label on my questions is questions from Cape, so, he can certainly, he welcomed getting them, but he can also get more from Cape if he wants, but it's like 30 questions, so it might be enough. Do you know if we've received any interest? Just we've had one still? Three, awesome.
That's awesome, sweet.
And quite a few more, just inquiries, but nothing official as far as them applying yet.
Three. Oh, I'm excited.
Great. So now you really do have to choose. Yeah.
So the important thing about the three is, Jess, I know that you probably didn't respond to them.
I just said I received your,
Okay, so somehow somebody, probably Denise or someone, should probably respond and thank you for, this is what we're anticipating. We can make, so we don't want to leave it hanging because that's when people say,
Oh, well, I
I got something else to do, right?
I said in my email, I've received your, this confirms receipt of your email. Someone will be reaching out to discuss the process further.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll do that once we're.
Yeah.
Carrie, you look like you wanted to say.
No, I was just thinking, yeah, and then do we need, since we know that we have something, have we picked, since we have to have a decision made by that February 27th date, is it maybe a good idea? Do we need to wait until the 15th to decide when we want to actually do those interviews? It doesn't leave it.
No, we don't have to wait until the 15th to do that, but let's see how many we have as we get closer, because we've got the holidays now,
Before we
people
start.
are really busy.
Okay.
But also, I mean, we do have deadline to submit is January 15th.
Yeah.
So I would want to start interviewing people before then. And I'm like,
No,
oh, I love this
no.
guy. And then these,
No.
No, not interview, but if.
Just,
if
I was
we
just
knew
thinking,
that
if
we
you
had
wanted to get back to them,
Fine, right.
then, but we don't really have a date where we're like, okay, we're definitely gonna see you. So do we just hold off on getting back to anyone until we have the
Well,
15th?
just to kind of open that door. so,
Right.
Yeah, I think we're good for right now.
Okay, I want them to think, oh, we forgot about you.
Yeah,
yeah, or maybe
I
like,
do think if you say that since the deadline is January 15th, they know.
that we're not going to make a decision before then. And then we can get a hold of them and say, we have 5 applicants and here's the process and.
yeah,
Okay. Any other questions on?
because that's the question too. If they don't want, if they don't hang around until January 15th, you really want them anyways?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, probably. Well, if they don't want us, then
exactly.
suppose we don't want them either. Yes.
I've seen, it's out on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
It's made it to Facebook, it's made it on our Facebook page. I was wondering if perhaps we could ask the town, on the town website, they have in that center section, news headlines, sort of
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
I think right now it says something about the Torchlight Parade or something. Maybe they could put something on that front page for it that says the link.
Could you connect with Melissa?
Because people who
I should.
people who don't necessarily go on Facebook or are the school stuff.
It was also sent to all the parents.
The,
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but people who just kind of go on the town website,
Yeah.
who don't interact with the schools, they may be able to see it there.
Yep.
Would it be worth, I know we talked about this very quickly, but would it be more important if you go to a selectman meeting as far as public participation? Just kind of say something and, maybe somebody has we're trying to get the word out, right? And it could be definitely parents, but it might be, might watch the.
They
Yeah.
don't watch us, but they watch.
Yeah, yes.
Like, what's happening? Yeah, I can say something. Great.
Actually, could we,
We hand this out with the.
Yep. I can make copies of it for you. When is the next meeting?
The third Thursday, but I don't know what the holidays, but it's
Okay.
Could be next
maybe we
Thursday.
could put it on our table at
The
the
18th, I think.
concert.
I was thinking the same thing.
If we have something to know, to come.
Hand those from.
Can I do that? Just wondering, can I hand out flyers? Sure. At the Board of Selectmen meeting?
Sure. Yes, to the Board of Select. Absolutely, the Board of Select.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give them each a black.
I'll be at the Board of Finance meeting. I'll mention it there. We just mention it as much as we can wherever we are.
There's still time for people to yeah.
But I'm encouraged that we already have 3. That's awesome.
Thank you, Jess.
Again. Another flyer that you made. So next is liaison reports and subcommittee reports. Any liaison?
Just so you all know, the, finance subcommittee did not meet tonight because, Patrick was not here. Denise was in Albany today, and we aren't having a second meeting in December, so we wouldn't be presenting a budget until January anyway, so we put it off tonight till, January. I did talk to Ryan and, in the January meeting, we'll catch up all the financials. He's also working on projections for the remainder of the year. So, it'll be a little more comprehensive in January.
And curriculum didn't meet.
Oh, yeah, no,
There's nothing really for me to report on the last select.
athletics got canceled. We will reschedule it. Patrick had to be a principal somewhere.
I believe Patrick wanted to know if you wanted it on the 19th. Does that date work?
On Friday.
Yes.
Oh,
Athletic.
that's the last day. School vacation.
Oh, that's this.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Friday.
It's all right by me if it's all right with Courtney and Carrie.
I'm okay.
I actually. Yes, I can do that 19.
I will let him know.
And just.
You'll just send an email.
Agenda.
Other reports? So this is our second public participation. So Randy, now's your chance to.
Randy Clifton, 7 Hickory Trail. I just wondered what would the distance between the two buildings?
What was the what?
Distance between the two buildings that's separated with that?
There is not, there is, in the center of the building are shared rooms, the cafeteria, the libraries.
The cafeteria itself. The living area is in the middle and then
The library.
it's two separate buildings put together with some shared spaces.
But a big space
Available in the
between the two buildings.
So that it's on one side, don't mix with the students from the other side.
That's right.
The middle school.
There's a floor between those.
Between like the two entrances, you mean?
Yeah.
It's not that,
On each end, right?
we're not that far along. Yeah, but right now it's just renderings. We haven't gotten architectural drawings yet.
And the schools are not going to run on the same schedule either. So like.
So we're on
when high
the current
school
schedule they have now.
The
No
middle
shared
school
school
does go
bus.
till an hour later or whatever the start time. So the buses and arrivals and departure times are different.
Okay,
Too.
that's even better.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Why are you here with Santa suit on?
I was playing Santa at the Shop with Chop tonight at Walmart.
That's all comments.
I heard you had 27 families.
There was a lot of families there and they were able to give them, each kid got $350.
That's nice.
Got it, some extra money. So I mean, that was fantastic.
That was originally started by the East Windsor Rotary Club many, many years ago. We only could do like 2 families back then.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah,
And then it was taken over. Now it's done by the police union,
yeah.
are the ones that fund it. So,
So there were about 20 kids that were
lady,
there.
Betsy. What was that?
About 20 kids that were there. So that was a pretty good bunch of money that they handed out to those kids. Yeah. Fun to watch the little kids shop too.
Yeah. They always try to con the shopper to, you know, my dad would really like a new Game Boy.
Yeah, I bet he would. Yeah.
They like to, yeah. Fun day, fun day. Anything for miscellaneous?
Well, we're just actually talking about, I did send out an email with the sign up genius for the adopted
kids,
child one
right.
year. I don't know if everyone's not, that's insane. She didn't see it, but I know Noreen.
I dropped mine off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have to drop mine.
So they'll need to be dropped off to, they're getting delivered to the, social services tomorrow, so they'll need to be dropped off at Broadbrook by like 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
You could probably, can they
Do
bring more social
Do we
services?
just drop it off in the front office?
Yes.
Okay.
If you need a little more time, I can ask if our driver can hold off. Does that?
I will probably drop mine off in the afternoon right at the community center.
Okay,
Is that where it's going? I can do that too.
Tell-
Just drop it
tell
off
them
before the
it's
center.
for Ed.
that's fine. I can let, Melissa know. Yeah, sure.
I hear there's a ton there already.
Yes.
There it is.
The room is full.
Okay.
I'll
just-
Okay, so that's fine.
Miscellaneous, Maureen?
Um,
Hold on a second, they're not.
I'm just, did everybody else get the sign up genius?
Yeah,
They sent
yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're the only one that said you did not get it.
Oh, didn't
Okay.
Well,
When we
it's
leave here
up to your-
tonight, I did send it to the, I sent it to the email for.
It was the
board back.
school email,
Yeah.
so you need to check that. So maybe the next time, bring your laptop and have, the IT person work with you on the email part, Betsy?
Yeah, I can get my laptop is the best too.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
I can send it to, resend it to this one for you if you want. I just don't have service here
Yeah.
right now, so.
That's fine. Thank you.
Noreen?
I just wanted to mention that, last week, we went to the, Broadbrook fourth grade band concert at, it was held at the high school. And, I was amazed by the amount of people who were there. There was no parking. You couldn't find a place to park. And then they went in and they did a really awesome job. She did them, like a group, like the flutes first and then the clarinets and then everybody had their turn. And in every segment, there was a, soloist or two who got up and did a solo. And, then she had an entire concert band and they filled the entire stage. There are 40 students in that fourth grade instrumental music program, which is just absolutely an awesome thing to see since we started it 3 years ago as a before school program. Just trying to get it back up. And now there are 40 kids and they were all so happy and the smiles on their faces and I was sitting next to a set of grandparents who were just so thrilled by that Pat Cross bun. And honestly, they didn't start until I think like the second week of September. These kids have come a tremendously long way in 2.5 months. She's doing an awesome job with them. And I was sitting there just feeling like from a board member's perspective, proud that we did this. We got it back. And in 3 years, it went from a couple of kids to an entire stage of the high school filled with these children playing these instruments and also a wide variety of instruments. There's one little girl who's playing the ukulele, which is like the miniature tuba. I was like, oh, it was as big as she was. But it's awesome. And I'm just so pleased by that it is growing the way it is.
Well, think also how it's going to be feeding like the middle school and high school bands. Now that they've got that foundation, they'll continue. And we had really kind of lost all that.
Which is probably leading to so many kids getting selected to the regionals and that. So, it's just, for me, from a person who had her children here and had a musician in this program years ago when it was outstanding, it is coming back and it's just awesome to see. And kudos to everybody who had a hand in this.
Thank you for that. We don't have any correspondence, do we? No. The only correspondence we had was the legal opinion and covered that under the other vacancies. We do have need for an executive session.
Make a motion.